Welcome back to the channel, guys. So I'm going to quickly show you the in-game settings. Now, playing at a resolution of 3840 by 2160. Hairworks is enabled at a maximum of 8 times anti-aliasing. Everything else is at ultra. In post-processing, I do have motion blur disabled as I just don't like it. Anti-aliasing though is enabled. Sharpening I've got at low because when you put it to high, it just looks a little bit too cartoonish. It's just basically a preference for me. Doesn't exactly impact performance. Now, chromatic aberration, I know you guys hate that, so I always disable it. And that is pretty much it. So the game virtually maxed out. And being as the RTX 3090 is a new GPU, everyone always loves to see how the game performs when you have a little stroll about in Novigrad. So let's go for a little walk and see how we do. I mean, getting over 100 frames per second at the moment, which is just, it's just comical for me to see that. I mean, I'm using a 4K 120Hz display, so in all honesty, I could do with a bit more performance, but I'm happy with what I'm seeing. Over 100 frames per second in Novigrad is insane. Now, this area is known due to the sheer level of NPCs. It does have quite a tax on the CPU, but as you can see, I'm using the AMD Ryzen 9-threaded 950X 16-core 32-thread beast, and it absolutely does nothing to it. 14% CPU load, so my system is taking it easy at the moment. I have to say, because I'm using the RTX 3090 Asus Tough Edition, one thing I've been most impressed by is the cooling, getting around 61 degrees Celsius. And as you can see with the GPU power draw, I'm drawing about 377 watts right now, or even more sometimes. So it is under a lot of stress, and it still copes with that extra thermal load very well. So I'm very happy with my purchase. And the RTX 3090 offers no value, I have to say, and I'm not trying to claim it does, but it is still an amazing card. It just does everything I want it to. I throw all the max settings at it and it just keeps on going unfazed, and for me that's something special. So anyway, you've seen what it looks like when you're in Novigrad. Let's just have a little ride around the countryside. Let's see how it performs. Hopefully we can run into some walls or something that use hairworks and see how the performance looks there. But yeah, outside Novigrad now, getting north of 110 frames per second at 4K, and it's just ridiculous to see, and I'm loving this. Now, there is a lot of talk about Big Navi coming out and potentially even dethroning the RTX 3090. I think I saw reports of over 130 ROPs and 400 and something TMUs, which is just ridiculous. I'm eager to see what AMD have up their sleeve. They've been away from the high end of things for quite a while now, so it'll be interesting to see if they've actually got a genuine competitor. I've got no doubt that they'll beat the RTX 2080 Ti. I think that's mandatory. But how they deal with the RTX 3080 and 3090 and what price they release the cars at is going to be interesting to a lot of us. So I can see a few necklaces over here. So let's go and engage them. Let's put on Igni. Take these guys out.
How you like that silver?
A few more. Oh, missed. Nice. Another one coming. He's like the boss. Didn't expect to be frozen in place, did it? So I want to try and find something with a bit of hairworks, like some walls or something like that. That will probably tank. When you get ambushed by a gang of wolves, then you will see the performance tank. I'd love to see how the RTX 3090 deals with that. It's interesting to see the rasterization performance of the card. It is around about 45% more than the RTX 2080 Ti, but there is, you know, there is the kind of conception that there is still more in the tank due to a lot of these CUDA cores or shader cores kind of laying dormant almost. So Ampere is a different architecture, and wishfully thinking, you know, we may still see some more from this card in the future. It all depends on how well NVIDIA can develop the drivers. Let's try and avoid the bridge.
Go.
Try and find some more enemies here. But still getting over 100 frames per second right now, which is just, again, I just find that absolutely ridiculous. At 4K, I remember I used to have 2 GTX 1080 Ti's in SLI, and that was a lot of work. Not 1080 Ti, sorry, 2 GTX 1080s in SLI, and that was getting over 70 frames per second, but it was a lot of work. But to see this card on its own just absolutely pound Witcher 3 into submission and get over 100 frames per second on its own, it's incredible to see, and it's super smooth as well. I can't tell you how smooth this feels. And it, because I've got a 120 Hz 4K display, it just looks so amazing as well. To have that kind of fluidity and that kind of detail is special. So there seems to be
Move it.
should be a task I can do here. Hopefully it's an entertaining mission. Just put away my sword. Wonder what's going on here.
What's all this?
Not your concern, that's what.
Not an expert or anything, but you two look like you could use some help.
Aye, it's true, we could. Barn's full up with some manner of beast. Bar them inside, but that won't hold long. And we'll be in a world of woe once they're loose.
We're not rich, but cut the filth down.
I'm feeling generous. I'm not gonna haggle with these guys. I'm just gonna take what they can pay.
Fine, I'll try to help you.
We'll let you in the barn, then open the doors
I know
once
what's
it's
in
over.
here.
Quick, Master Witcher,
Ah.
or they'll get out.
Ghouls. Light work. Perhaps I should investigate.
It's done. Open the door. Corpses. That's what drew the ghouls.
Let's go and talk to these guys and wonder where these corpses actually came from.
Use that barn as a cemetery.
No. Why'd you ask?
Found human remains inside. Several sets. They're what drew the necrophages.
They was bandits. When it was just coin they took, we lived and let live, so to speak. But when they dragged Hetty to the barn, we wouldn't take no more. Grabbed our pitchforks and... well, you've seen how it ended.
Job's done.
True enough. Here's your pay. And thanks for your help.
Farewell.
Fair play to the villagers. Tried to force himself on a woman against her will, and they thought, you know what, we're not going to have that. So I'm all for that. Let's have a look around on foot, see if there's anything else we can do. There's usually quite a lot of monsters and things near the water. Again, as you can see now, I've been playing for about 9 minutes 30 seconds, and so the scream there, and I'm getting over still around 62 to 61 degrees Celsius. You can see the cooler pretty much just reaches equilibrium around this heat, and I've got a thermometer somewhere so I can literally tell you how hot my room is right now, but it seems to have gone missing. But for the most part, my room's never really more than 25 to 30 degrees. Perhaps I should go somewhere like Skellige and see how the performance is there, just to keep things a bit more interesting. There's probably plenty to do around here. Yeah, there's loads of question marks and things, so what I'll do is I'll travel here and see what I can do in the neighboring areas. Okay, let's find a nearby question mark and see what's going on over here. Doesn't look like the easiest place to get to, but let's make a move. Let's get on, Roach.
Hey, yeah.
Hopefully there's a way out over here.
We serve her who is virgin, mother and
Again, still getting over 100 frames per second. So it really doesn't matter where you are, the RTX 3090 will perform for you. Kind of heading away from the objective. We need to find a way to get to... Oh, seems that there's something going on over here.
Most humbly beg your pardon, but I'm in quite a predicament, see. I'm a wandering juggler from occupied Temeria and...
Temeria? You sure? Not Novigrad?
What? Why Novigrad? No, I come from Maribor and...
You're not cut out for this line of work. Memory's too short. See, we've met. But you were a respected Novigrad merchant who wanted desperately to get home.
But I assure you, all right, you got me. I know this all looks bad, but I swear I'll pay you back, mate. All of it, with interest. Just, please, don't take me to the Jarl.
Definitely won't get my coin back if I turn you in. But try to cheat me again, and I'll find you. I'll find you and I'll...
Yeah, I ain't lying. Besides, you can go to the Jarl any time you want.
Then I expect to see you later.
Muscle all the way, don't want to upset these guys.
Oh, you! Oh!
Alright, let's try and make our way to that destination now. So, a lot of foliage and vegetation will tank FPS. As you can see now, things have dropped down into the 90s. Now, hopefully I can find like a group of wolves or something just to see some hairworks in action.
the white-haired one.
What's going on
Slow
here?
now. Whoa.
A warrior, plain to see. Just what we need. Come over here, traveller.
What do you need?
You aim to enter the crypts?
Maybe. Why are you here?
Came here to cut nails.
Nails?
Of corpses. Don't you know? Wraiths use nails to build their cursed longship.
So you're hoping you can make them run short of materials?
We would if we could get in the crypts. But there's ghosts inside. Would you tend to them?
Fine. I'll see what I can do about the ghosts.
Let's try and help these women. I'm going to be fighting Raves as best to get Yarden ready. Just so I can actually attack these spirits when they decide to show up. Alright, see if there's anything I need to investigate. Obviously in places like this the FPS is going to skyrocket.
Come on.
That guy got the jump on me. How many spirits are around here? Let's see. There's another one. Don't want to come in my circle. Should engage them first, then use Yarden. Okay. I wonder how many more there are there. Shouldn't be too much more. This is light work for Geralt. Hopefully there'll be a more stiffer challenge. Here we go. We've got a Night Witch. Okay, that's all of these guys taken care of. I'll go back to these ladies now and let them know the job's done. Alright, way out, it's this way. So I can put the sword away now.
Greetings to you.
And to you.
Took care of the ghosts. Crypt is safe.
Thank you for your help, white-haired one. We'll make a sacrifice to Freya in your name.
Okay guys, I think I'll leave it there. So that's a little bit of Witcher 3 gameplay and performance. You can see that the RTX 3090 taking no prisoners, 100 frames per second plus at 4K maximum settings. I'll have a bit of that. Thanks very much for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next video.